Hello friends, Coach Bob with you, and welcome to another episode of Two Wheel Tuesday. We're going to be talking about learning to burn in the turn. What does that even mean? And a lot of it has to do with this. We want to improve our skills as a motorcycle rider, but we develop these habits. I'm not saying they're good or bad, they're just habits nonetheless. Habits that are always underneath the surface, and we just keep doing the same things over and over again. Muscle memory, the idea of what we're doing and how it works, how it applies to daily riding. I'm going to say this. For years and years, I've ridden motorcycles, and I've turned a certain way. Now, to relearn that skill, I have to unlearn what I did. That I have to recreate that new muscle memory base. It's very challenging, and the longer that you've ridden in a different way, I'm not going to necessarily say a wrong way, but if you've ridden in a different way, then there is a better way. So how do you learn this? Where do you learn it? That was the big question that I had when I started this whole quest to seek a better ability, a higher performance level of this machine, not the machines out in the garage. So I spoke to several people. I've got a neighbor who is an instructor for track days. I've got a friend that I'm riding with when the weather's warm. Right now it's pretty cold and nasty. A lot of rain here lately, so we haven't been able to go out and ride. But these guys, they're giving me some tidbits of knowledge, nuggets of wisdom, if you will. And they suggested a book. So I've got a book here, and you're gonna when you see it, you're probably gonna laugh. Let me show you. So here is the book. I know what you're saying. No, Coach Bob, that's two books. No, it's actually one book. These two books are the same book, different editions of the same book. Now, you may be asking yourself, why in the world would you go out and buy the same book over and over again? And that is an excellent question. The reason is the words within these books are identical. The pictures within these books are vastly different. And as a visual learner, and I think a lot of us are visual learners, I can see someone ride a motorcycle and they'll do something, and if I see it, I can replicate it. But if I can't see it just reading it on a page, it will make sense to me. But man, that picture paints 1,000 words. This is the older of the two editions. The pictures in this book, for me, are far superior than the pictures in this book. So learning to burn in the turn. So there are 10 steps in making the proper turn. I'm going to break this into a minimum of 6 weeks. And the reason is I can't learn 3 things at one time and then read about it and go video it. So we're going to talk about the 3 things that I'm going to learn. Then next week, hopefully I can practice those 3 things for a week. I can show you where I started and where I am and what improvement I'm making. Yes, it's okay to laugh at me along the way because I'm doing a lot wrong, but I'm learning and I'm willing to learn. And I'm willing to accept the constructive criticism of other riders who are much more talented than I am. And they're very, very kind, and they are helping me. And I'm grateful because, as you all know, I am an older rider. They laugh at me in the sense that they can't believe that I'm the age that I am, and I want to go out and start this endeavor this late in life. Now, a little background. I will tell you that riding, and there have been times where I was in accidents, motorcycle accidents, where I did not drop the bike because I did have a high level of skill in handling the motorcycle. I've done some things that, people consider somewhat impressive, but when it comes to racing and that sort of thing, I am completely in the dark, and doing things by the book, I am way behind the 8 ball. So I have started recently, within the last few weeks, losing weight, getting fit, preparing my body to be a better rider. And I am reading this book, preparing my mind to be a better rider. And I am putting all that together by getting on a motorcycle and becoming a better rider. So let's talk about the first 3 things that you have to do to burn in the turn. Now, every bit of the things that I'm going to tell you are in this book, Total Control by Lee Parks. I highly recommend you get this book. If you're into motorcycle riding, this is a book that will really speak volumes to you. It will help you a lot. So step 1, you have to reposition your foot. And when they say reposition your foot, what that means is you have to tuck that foot in. You don't want it hanging out, because if you do, you can really have a real problem dragging that foot on the ground. Now, for people like me, where you're not getting the bike leaned at a super radical level, that level is getting more and more and more, and I'm noticing in my tire wear I am developing more heat in my tires and that sort of thing. So I am improving, but step 1 is reposition your foot. Get it nice and tucked in and safe. Step 2, this is a big one. Pre-position your body. So you're riding down the road, you're approaching the turn, you tuck that foot in. We'll say you're going to go left. You tuck that left foot in, and now you reposition your body to prepare for the turn before you enter the turn, not as you enter the turn. You're pre-positioning your body. Now, Lee Parks talks in this book about pre-positioning your body. So if we're going left, my body center line here. Now, he states when moving your body, it doesn't matter if it's an inch inside the center line or a foot inside the center line. You have to move your body inside the center line. So we're going left. I'm going to move my body across to the center, across that center line into the direction of the turn. So the way it was described by me by the instructors that I've been working with, slide your butt cheek a little bit off the seat in the direction you're going. So your left foot is going to be tucked in tight. Your butt cheek on your left side will slide off the seat. There's a diagram on this page that I'm going to post right here. It's a very interesting diagram. So he talks about having the bike in a V position, so like this. What that means is your body is going to be on the inside line and your motorcycle is going to be vertical or even off camber in the other direction. So you'll have your body pre-positioned, you'll have the motorcycle like this, you're going to have your foot tucked in, your knee is going to go out, you're going to look through the turn. The struggle that I've had, honestly, and if I can find the video, I had a video where I was working, and if I can do it, I'll drop it in. What I am prone to doing is dropping my body too far off of the seat. And then because I'm way off of the seat, I start to sit back up. So it's like my rear end is wanting to turn, but my upper body is trying to keep me from turning. I've been chastised about that a couple of times, but nothing that is a problem. It's just something that when you see yourself doing these things, you have to fix them. The third step is to push, are you ready for this? Is to push the outside grip. Yes, the outside grip. What that's going to do is that's going to create that V shape. As you push, the bike is going to want to stand up and go that way, even though you're going this way. So you're positioning your body off, you're pressing on the outside grip, and now you're creating this V. But you're going to go that way. You're loading the slingshot. Now, all of this occurs before you have even actually discovered your true turn point. You're observing your turn point up there, but you're locking in on it now, and you're doing all of this before the turn point. So there you have it, steps 1, 2, and 3 of learning to burn in the turn. We're gonna see exactly how much I will improve over the next 7 days as you see this next week in real practice. We look at some before and after videos and analyze them. Because I'm going to tell you, I've got a lot of bad habits to break. So there you have it. So I want you to do me a favor. Go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you aren't having fun, you're doing it wrong. Now you go seize the day, and we'll talk to you real soon.